understand more of technology within these different shale plays, like you mentioned, that's going to be somewhere down the line that you guys are going to probably have an additional revenue stream that'll just happen organically. I'm not your salesman by any means, but I can see it in my head.
Well, you sound like my salesman, but because you're correct. You have the vision. Any technology has to have vision. People have asked me. They said, "Well, you're an Exxon guy. You know all about oil and stuff. I've been in it for 55 years, so I've done everything from upstream, downstream. I've drilled, I've explored, I've run refineries. I've done LNG, I've done gas to liquids. I've seen a lot of technologies. I've seen a lot of effort, but I also see and recognize that this one is something unique." And he said, "But how can you be the first one?" I said, "It's probably the same question they asked the Wright brothers, like, is this thing going to really fly?" Somebody has to be the first. Somebody comes up with something. Petroteq has come up with a technology that works and has got a lot of potential that we have yet not unleashed. So we're taking it one step at a time. We're watching our company grow. We're being very mindful of what we're doing, and we're talking to a lot of people. And now the people are beginning to come to us first to want to inquire more. So we're open about it. We'll work with any company, with any group. We're trying to look for ways to proliferate this wherever it might be applicable to the people that need it. So if you're going to make energy, there's a lot of sources of energy, and they all have to be utilized for the good of the whole result. So we're providing a technology that we think we can be very recognizable to what we add to the discussion. I appreciate you letting me tell the story. There's one thing that you'll see in the press releases, and your clientele and your listeners and readers will pick up on, is another thing that we've gotten going is to get involved in this new blockchain technology. We've decided to take a lead in that as well, where we can start using better means of digitizing all of our results and our activities across the globe, so that we can be better in tune and able to contact with our suppliers and with our purchasers and with our operators in this business. So we've launched an initiative where we're developing a good blockchain approach, like many banks now people use, and so many industries are getting involved, where people can join in and have access to your non-proprietary data, who can do transactions across international boundaries in real time, that we can stop the repetitiveness of so much accounting and get things more computerized in the system. We've already got Pemex from Mexico to join in with us. We've got one of the oil companies out of the Ukraine, which seems like a long way away, but they want to join in on this, and we're talking with others. And we're going to hopefully be another good leader in the technology of utilizing the blockchain system and the cryptocurrency situation for the oil and gas industry. So that's kind of a little sideline deal, but it's going to make our business more cost effective. It's going to improve our bottom line, and hopefully along the way we can help some more people. So that's kind of another interesting bit that we're involved in at the moment.
I'm glad you brought that up. I did want to ask you about blockchain, but I didn't know if it was appropriate for the discussion. I'm glad, and like I said, I'm really glad you bringing this up, because I did have a question. Is this something that you guys are developing? Is this your guys' blockchain, or is it a blockchain that someone else has developed and you guys are a part of?
No, we're developing this. We have formed a collaboration with a group called First Bitcoin Capital, and there was a press release on that some months back. I don't have the exact date, but we engaged them for over $500,000 to develop this for us, and they are actively working on that, where they're putting together all of the computer programs and the structure, so that there is a system where people will be able to track their product or track our product, and we can sell things and just interact. It's not a mythical thing. People people get confused about what is this blockchain. It's nothing more than, I like to think of it as a railroad train going by with a lot of boxcars full of information in every one of them. And along the way, people might need to pull out something from a particular boxcar as to do with to make a sale or to make a purchase or to do some service work. And it's like a big file room that more than one person has access to. Everybody has access to the front door, but inside there's dozens of file cabinets, if you will, with different information. And only certain people have keys to certain file cabinets. But among it, we can all share a lot of information and things that we now do with brokers and lawyers and accountants. A lot of it can be done more expeditiously and easier. So it's our development that we're directing toward the oil and gas business. And we have Deloitte, the financial group out of Toronto, is also giving us advice on this. So we've got some pretty good folks involved, and we're doing that as just another aspect of our business. But that's a subset of what we do. But it could turn out to be a very attractive thing to many companies who can just join in with us as members, if you would, of our blockchain system.
How can somebody become a part of that blockchain system or learn more about it? Do you guys have a website? Do you guys direct have an email address? I guess what do you have something that people can find out?
This collaboration we've developed is being operated under the name of PetroBLOQ, PetroBLOQ, and there is a website. You can look up PetroBLOQ. But you can also go to Petroteq.energy, and either way, there's comments there how you can contact and get directly into our blockchain folks that are handling this, and they would be glad to talk in detail how anyone might participate.
Now, again, I understand what's going on to the tune to where I didn't realize that this interview, when we scheduled it this morning, it was going to be one of those interviews that I am going to remember for the rest of my life, because you're on the forefront of two things here. For one, you're on the forefront of your proprietary hydrocarbon, sand, oil extraction technology. I mean, that's innovative in itself to the tune to where I wondered if you guys backdoored into it. And then this here with the PetroBLOQ, and that's PetroBLOQ block. Yes. I see where you're going to be not only at the forefront on that in the energy sector, but overall in the entire industry, because this is still a relatively new technology, or maybe it's not. I guess how much history has been involved with this for you guys to say, you know what, there's enough there to move ahead on something like this. I guess is there enough? Was there enough history to be satisfied with everything, or is this kind of we're sticking our toe in the water a little bit?
Well, it's become a catch-all word, so to speak. But the idea has been around a long time. I think banks, for one, were maybe some of the first involved. Where if you go into to seek a loan or a mortgage, used to you were just talking to your local banker, but now they can sit there in a matter of minutes and go on their computer. They can find out your credit history and everything about you all across the world. They can contact other banks and see if they can't help you. If one can't help you, another can. So they've been using this collaborative way to communicate and to share information. And so the idea is not, I don't think, that new. It's just that people said, well, heck, if it can be done in one way or in one industry, it can be done in others. I saw the other day where a lot of people who are involved in water production or water cleanup or water needs around the world, they're starting a water blockchain. So people who have any interest in water can also get in on that and find other like minds. It's no different than there's industries like the natural gas processors or the National Petroleum Refiners Association. A lot of industry groups that have always kind of cooperated and shared information. I think this is just a way to, again, bring us up more into current technology and ways to share that information and help it in our businesses. So the idea is not totally new, but we saw, well, hey, oil and gas is a global industry. I mean, if I buy a tanker of oil, say out of Africa, it may travel up to Rotterdam and have to be checked and check the analysis, and then it's got to be shipped to Houston, and from there it gets unloaded in a tank. It's got to move from there to whatever, Salt Lake City or something. But with this system, you now used to all of that took days and days because there's so many documents and people involved, and then you got to transfer the money across international boundaries. Well, if everybody can key into the same digital program, I can tell you at any moment when that oil left, where it is, who's doing anything with it, where is the paperwork, where are the documents, where is the money, how are funds being transferred, all these things in real time. So if you just look at it, it's just a more efficient and more up-to-date current way to utilize communication technologies that are now available.
It's no wonder Utah is always projected to have the #1 economy. I mean, this is incredible stuff you guys have going there. I'm blown away.
They're very happy to have us there. I'll tell you that. The governor and the state offices have been very helpful and very willing to support what we're doing, because this is going to be and has already started to become a good economic positive for the region. And as we get larger and as other people join in with us and doing things, it's going to be good for all parties.
And where are you guys based out of?
Our office is in Los Angeles. We do everything out of that spot. I don't always stay there myself. I'm on the road quite a bit. I do a lot of public speaking and talking to people, plus I'm following our operations since our construction is there in Vernal, Utah. But we do all of our corporate stuff out of Los Angeles. And those contacts and those phone numbers and addresses also are on our website, simply petroteq.energy.
And then, of course, PetroBLOQ.com, PetroBLOQ.com. All right. Well, this has been an exciting interview. I tell you, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was gonna. I thought I was gonna anyway, but then it took a whole different turn with the new, not only the proprietary hydrocarbon technology, but the new digital economy as we, this globalization and the global energy. It's here. I mean, people say the global economy is coming. No, it's been here for a while now, and this is just another example.
People just are trying to find ways to harness it and to utilize it effectively. So, but if I sound excited, I am. I'm very passionate about this. As I say, I've been in this oil and gas industry all my life, and this is one of the best things to come along that I've seen. I was involved in the conversion of gas to liquids, GTL they call it. That was quite a deal to try to crack, and people were able to do that. And I said at that time, we built a facility in the country of Qatar, and I said, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Well, I think Petroteq's technology is loaf number 2 of the sliced bread, so I think it's great.